I used AI to bring back Napoleon Bonaparte and ask him about the worst decision of his life. Here's what happened. Do you regret invading Russia?
Regret? No. Miscalculation? Perhaps. Every campaign carries risks, and Russia proved larger, colder, and more patient than any enemy I had faced. I expected a decisive battle. Instead, they burned their own cities and let winter fight for them. History calls it my greatest mistake. I call it the day fortune abandoned me.
Which battle are you most proud of?
Austerlitz. 3 emperors stood against me, yet by sunset only one remained victorious. It was not won through numbers, but through deception. I convinced my enemies I was weak, then struck where they least expected. That battle was not simply a victory, it was proof that strategy defeats strength.
Did power change who you were?
Power does not change a man, it reveals him. I was ambitious before I wore a crown, and I remained ambitious after. France did not need another king, she needed order. If history believes I changed, perhaps it is because success magnifies every flaw.
Who was the greatest enemy you ever faced?
Many would expect me to say Wellington or Tsar Alexander. They were capable men, but they were not my greatest enemy. Time was. Every empire eventually outruns its strength. My enemies could replace armies. I could not replace time.
Now tell me, what is the biggest lie history tells about you?
That I sought war for the love of war. Most conflicts were forced upon France by coalitions determined to destroy what our revolution represented. I certainly expanded my empire, but I did not wake each morning hoping for another battlefield. Victory was often the only path left open.
Were you a hero or a villain?
That depends on who writes the history. To France, I restored stability after chaos. To my enemies, I was a conqueror who threatened Europe. A man is rarely both hero and villain to the same people. I was simply Napoleon.
If you could relive one moment, what would it be?
I would return to the morning of Waterloo, not because I fear defeat, but because one decision, one delay, one unexpected arrival changed the fate of Europe. History often hangs by a single hour.
What was your greatest fear?
Oblivion, death comes for every man, but being forgotten, that is a second death. I cared little for comfort or luxury. I wanted history to remember that I lived, that I changed the world, even if others judged how I changed it.
What advice would you give world leaders today?
Never mistake popularity for respect. Crowds cheer victories, but disappear in defeat. A leader must think years ahead while everyone else thinks only of tomorrow. Rule with reason before emotion, and remember that arrogance often arrives disguised as confidence.
Final question. Was it all worth it?
I stood at the height of Europe, crowned emperors, redrew maps, and commanded millions. Yet I died on a lonely island thousands of miles from France. Was it worth it? I cannot answer that. My victories were magnificent, but they demanded an unimaginable price. Leave that judgment to history.
History still debates whether Napoleon was a hero, a tyrant, or simply one of the greatest military minds ever to live. But one thing is certain. Over 200 years after his death, we're still asking him questions.